Hi guys, welcome to another bat rep. I realise I've been a bit slack with the Beermachine reports, but yeah, other things going on, so I thought I'd come back to this though. Up against Paul for this third round with his Scorn, he's decided to play Epic Morgul, seeing as it's less of a serious tournament, shall we say. I've decided to run Epic Butcher against that matchup, and looks like he's got some gators. He's got Mullet Khan, Gladiator, Archidon, and Max Nihilators plus the support group. And we are playing the scenario here with the rectangular zone and the four objectives, which you need to destroy the two on the other side from you. Here's Paul set up in the next photo. Nihilators on the right flank, Crocs on the left, and everything else in the middle. A little bit concerned about Mullet Khan. He does hit very hard, but with all the Shield Wall guys I've got in front of my army, hopefully I'll be able to slow him down a bit. Obviously, Epic Morgul will do very little for his army apart from the feet. Next photo, Paul's taken first turn, he's got the Agonizer up there as well, and Morgul just running directly towards this hedge. Morgul actually is going to be rather difficult for anything except for Butcher to actually kill. Although, having said that, even some of the pikemen, if I can get a really decent CMA on them, I might be able to hit them, but yeah, nothing really able to knock them down, that's for sure. Oh, he's also got Silence of Death on the Gatormen, so that means that the Doom Reavers will not get to make any tough rolls. Just got to remember that. Next photo, here's my first turn. Just mentioned the Doom Reavers there, but there they are, going straight against those Gatormen. Hopefully I'll only lose two or three of them, and I'll be able to counterattack with at least half that little squad there to try and kill some of his men. But the Eliminators on the left-hand side, plus the pikemen, hopefully going to be able to deal with the Nihilators, but I've got a bit of an ace in the hole against the Nihilators at this point in the game anyway. Next photo, we'll come to that later actually. Next photo, here's the Gatormen. They have indeed wiped out some of the Doom Reavers there. I positioned my guys in such a way that he couldn't run past them, past the objective to the second line, so I have kept a few of them alive. Hopefully we'll be able to retaliate and actually kill some of them next turn. So next image, the Archidon has attacked. This is what it looks like, but it's actually facing towards the camera in this, in this photo. It's just that he had to turn the model around, otherwise he wouldn't have been able to fit it close enough to my guys. But pulled out off a counter charge here, which was able to do some serious damage to the Archidon. And the great thing about this is that the mana will be in a much better position next turn to actually charge him after he sprints back. Next photo, here's what I was talking about earlier, the ace in the hole against the Nihilators is the Cossite Woodsman unit showing up in the back arcs of all of these guys. They're getting no cover from them at all. As you can see, the Archidon's pulled back as well, but it's just hilarious in this tournament situation, well, semi-tournament, when nobody remembers the Cossites because they're all drunk. It's just good times, man, and they can just reform afterwards and just keep shooting, so these guys netting heaps of kills. Next photo, there's the in position of reformed with half of them, and the other half have stood still just to shoot, and that has actually killed maybe 3 or 4 guys of that whole unit. Let me count the remaining. There's 7 guys left, so 3 kills at this point. And in fact, this might even be before I did the shooting. I can't even remember, to be honest. Next image, on the other side of the battlefield, the Juggernaut has moved across and destroyed an objective. Meantime, the Doom Reavers are hacking away at the crocodile. Well, I shouldn't call them crocodiles, they're Gatormen, but not doing enough damage to the Gatormen for my liking, to be honest. There's also this annoying little dude here, what is he called? The Agonizer, which I think he stops me from allocating focus. Can't remember quite how it works. But we've got the Manowar Draken there charging in against, the Gladiator and Mullet Khan. I do want to get rid of Mullet Khan as soon as I can, although I've sacrificed the Manowar Draken to put some hurt on him. Next image, Iron Fang Pikemen and Eliminators clearing up almost all of the Nihilators in tandem with the Cossites there, and now it's a matter of charging in and trying to put some damage on that Archidon. If I can reduce the number of heavies he has, that's definitely going to be easier for Butcher to come in and get involved in the game later on. And of course, Manowar Shock Troopers keeping a wall in front of Butcher to prevent anybody from going over there, especially Mullet Khan with a sidesteppy charging ability. Next image, speaking of that, Mullet Khan does move over here and I think kill one of the Manowars, but he has, Fate Walker on him. Can't remember what the Animus is actually called, but he'll be able to make a free move after this and pull back to safety, which will prevent me from butchering him. Next image, there he is. He's pulled back to safety, and Archidon's still hacking away at the pikemen, but those Kaisites continuing to shoot everything with impunity, and of course they've lost the Draken there thanks to that Gladiator just ripping him up. Morgul hanging back. Morgul did pop the feet at some point, but it's turning into a bit of an attrition game either way, so just going to be blow for blow for a while. Next image. Still can't really commit Butcher because if he does send Moloch at him, Butcher can kill me. Plus, I keep rolling very low for focus, so that's not really going to do for camping. Butcher just hanging out on the hill here, waiting for an opportunity to move in and start wailing on people. But the Man Warshocks was doing very well to actually stem the tide of Gatorman, and the Juggernaut's still at max health as well. Also got that Iron Fang Kovnik over there to give the Man some extra speed. He hasn't been dealt with yet, and even a couple of Iron Fangs in against Moloch at this point, reducing his health even further. Archidon's still kicking it, but not for too long. Next image, Moloch, I think at this point did retaliate here and kill quite a few of my guys, not the Juggernaut though, and the Gladiator's still doing pretty well over there. There's not much I have on that side of the field to actually take him down. Obviously the Cossacks aren't going to do much damage to him from behind. Next image, what we do here is run with Butcher, so that he's clipping the forest and he's got some animals in front of him, and there won't be an angle there for Moloch to go out and kill him. He's got the War Dog, he's got a couple of focus being camped here, and my hope is that he just won't be able to get any of his models across to Butcher with enough attacks available to actually kill him. Camping armor 20 basically, so that's the idea. It is a bit of a risky play though. Next image, Moloch moves around here and tries to clear a path for Morgul to run through and charge Butcher, but doesn't quite succeed in doing it, and there's still a Man-of-War blocking, there's still a Gatorman blocking, so unfortunately for him, it didn't quite work out. He's got his Gladiator there, which I think wrecks the Juggernaut, but the problem is now that Butcher's going to be able to retaliate. Next image, knowing that Morgul decides to run over here past his objective so that Butcher can't attack him, but he's really not contributing much to the game at this stage, whereas Butcher is going to be able to go over there and clean up, the two remaining heavies. I have killed the Archidon at this point. This will happen even if Butcher rolls 1 for focus. Next image, he doesn't roll 1 for focus, but regardless, he charges over here and destroys Moloch Khan, Gatorman, and the Gladiator in 1 round of combat, so that was pretty incredible. I think what happened here is the Juggernaut was still alive, but Butcher did damage to it because of Homicidal Maniac rule. Can't quite remember the specifics of this game, but I do remember him losing pretty much all of the remaining material except for Morgul this turn. Next image, as you can see here, what I've done is I've run the Cossacks so they're forming a screen which will prevent Morgul from, charging around Butcher if he uses his 3-inch teleport, and we'll have to go around the other side. Not sure if that will make much of a difference, but Morgul either won't have the range to Butcher or just won't be able to kill him. I mean, Butcher is on full health here, and Morgul, his attacks aren't really that powerful. As you can see, the battlefield is completely picked clean, except for maybe the Agonizer, which is in combat with the remaining Eliminator. Next photo, we've got Morgul heading around here. He doesn't actually manage to make it into combat with Butcher, so as you can imagine, the game ends there with Butcher actually hitting him and killing him with 1 hit. So, quite entertaining Khador versus Scorn action. Hope you guys enjoyed it. There's only 1 game left to report for Beermachine. It might be a while before I get around to it, but do tune in once I manage to post it. Also got a tournament coming up in a couple of weeks' time, I believe, called Choptober, which will be a 1-dayer at 50 points, so definitely we'll be reporting on that. See you guys then.